Today, I will discuss what conceptual framework is and why it is relevant for financial reporting. According to Rankel et al., referred at Chapter 14, pages 383 to 400, the definition of a conceptual framework is a group of ideas or principles used to plan or decide something. It can be seen as a set of guiding principles. To summarize, a conceptual framework are used as guidelines. The conceptual framework is concerned with the financial reporting and sets up guidelines for the purpose of financial reporting. Qualitative characteristic basically means the output or the quality of your financial reporting. How well the quality your financial reporting will be is how well you implement these characteristics. Qualitative characteristic is made up of two characteristics. One is the fundamental characteristic and the other is enhancing characteristic. The fundamental characteristic has to be present in financial reporting. It is the core characteristic that is needed and is crucial to apply. The characteristic in fundamental is relevance and faithful representation. Relevance means that any information that can make an impact on the decision making should be included into the financial reporting. The most important part about relevance is that when you prepare the report, you need to distinguish what material is needed to be put into the report and what material is unnecessary. Too much unnecessary material can lead to less relevant information being proposed that might cause confusion and misunderstanding. Next is faithful representation. It means being honest about the transactions. Do not leave out information. Be neutral about the decisions and to be free from error. As human beings, we all can make mistakes, but what freedom from error means is that the error should not be significant. Now comes to the enhancing characteristics, which includes comparability, verifiability, timeliness, and understandability. All these four characteristics are not a core characteristic. It is simply characteristics that will improve the outcome. Whether or not you follow these characteristics does not mean that the financial reporting is unacceptable. The enhancing characteristic is good to have, but if you don't have them, it is also acceptable. Comparability means that you can compare your financial statements with other financial report and also other companies' financial statements in order to make a decision more accurately. Verifiability means if there are any conflicting issues, reliable information can be used confidently to verify or answer that issue so that one conclusion is stated. Timeliness means that the financial reports cannot take over a long period of time. They need to be prepared on a timely basis to make decisions relevant for that time and purpose. Lastly, understandability means that the financial reports should be understood by the public who has basic knowledge about financial reporting. It should not be too hard to understand. Conceptual framework provides basis principles that should be used when preparing financial statements. It is only a guidance of what you should do. Even if you do not follow the guidance, there will be no legal actions. Whereas for accounting standards, it is a set of rules that is mandatory for the use of financial reporting. These rules, if not followed, will result in legal actions. Another difference is that the conceptual framework is very broad in the sense that it does not go beyond guidelines. It is simply just answering basic questions and definitions, whereas for the accounting standards, it has specific requirements that is mandatory when preparing financial reports. It can go into a particular area of the report and is expected to be complied with.